What is up, you absolute legends? What have we got here today? Well, let's see. It's a doctor. It's a medical doctor. And he's gonna explain us the reasons why are we all exhausted. All exhausted. Without exception, I presume. So let's watch. Let's give it a try.
Everybody's exhausted, and nobody's talking about why. Not really. Not honestly. Because the real reason has nothing to do with not sleeping enough or not eating right or not having enough willpower. The real reason.
Okay, so Mr. Medical Doctor already says that if you're exhausted, it's not some imbalance in your body because you eat like shit, because all you eat is fast food and Pepsi or whatever. That's not important. Fuck that shit. It's not because you sleep 6 hours a day, where you probably should sleep 8. Nah, it doesn't matter. There's hidden reasons. Hidden reasons. Maybe the society is at fault. Who knows? Let's continue.
Is that we have built a society that runs on human exhaustion and then sold you the idea that feeling this way is completely normal. It's not normal. And today I'm going to show you exactly what's going on.
I don't know what society you Americans got over there. I never heard here that the society tells me that it's normal to be just chronically exhausted. Who tells you that? Who tells you that it's normal? The society. What does it mean? Even the medical doctor is gonna pull one of those I know it better, I see the truth type of fucking scenarios where it's some hidden string pullers. The society is keeping you down, telling you things. Okay.
On and what you can actually do about it. If we haven't met, I'm Seth. I'm an ER doctor, former special ops guy, data for
special ops, medical doctor, Rainbow Six. It's all great, but why are you not talking about medical stuff, but talking about how the society is keeping you down? And that's why everyone is exhausted.
This every single day, and my patients and my clients in the comments on this channel, and I'm done pretending that it's not a real crisis. So let's talk about what's actually going on here. The average person wakes up already behind. They've got work demanding more of them every year, a boss or a client or a deadline that doesn't care what else is going on in their life. They've got...
That's called work. Work never gave a fuck about what's going on in your life. You do your job, you have obligations, you have your fucking things to do. Yes, appointments, deadlines to meet. It's just as usual. Where in the world or in which time frame did work ask you about your fucking private life in terms of, would you like to work today, sir? Or would you rather chill at home because you have personal issues? It's just part of it. It's part of it as it ever was.
Kids to get up and fed and dropped off, bills that seem to go up no matter what they do, a phone full of notifications before they even get out of bed.
Oh no, the notifications. Oh no, it's probably the hardest thing. Oh, so hard. The society just keeps you down. You have kids to bring to school and you have notifications and you have to get up to work.
And somewhere in the background, there's the news telling them that the world is falling apart and some influencer telling them that they need to wake up at 4 a.m. and cold plunge and meditate and meal prep and do breath work and build a side hustle.
Yeah, some influencers do tell that. The other influencers, like I'm reviewing at the moment, are all like you, telling you that it's never your fault, it's the society, it's the weird times nowadays which are causing all of your individual problems. It's not about you, you're perfectly fine. It is everyone else and the society and the universe itself.
Or they're falling behind, and by 9 a.m., they're already exhausted.
Maybe sleep better work out, do some sports, and work on your psychology. Deal with it. You're a human being. You're built to be able to adapt. And again, are we really gonna start whining now that today, 2026, it's worse than fucking, I don't know, 1926? Really? Are we gonna go there? Huh? Or that today in the US it's worse than, I don't know. Where are the most people leaving, right? That's the universal idea nowadays. It's equality and human is a human and all of that. Great, superb. Well, what do most people, what do they do? What do they live like? Where are they living? What, China, India, like, Africa and all those places? Do you want to compare how you live in the US now and what your work schedule is to those places, maybe? Before you draw conclusions of, oh no, the society is so shit here. All it does is keep myself down, keep me poor soul down. I feel like shit. Oh, please help. Fuck you.
Here's what I want you to actually think about for a second. We spend roughly 8 hours sleeping, 8 to 10 hours working, if you're lucky.
Yes.
That leaves 6 to...
If you're lucky. He's talking about averages. 8 to 10 hours if you're lucky. And you're going to tell me that most people, which is your audience, you're talking about Americans, right? That they're working over 10 hours a day. Maybe. I mean, I'd be greatly surprised, but maybe you got like fucking on average, 60 hours weeks there? Sure, of course. You know what I see though is like when I watch those Caleb Hammer shows and see those motherfuckers with financial issues going there, they're not working enough. They're doing fuck all. They complain like you, sure, but they're not working hard. They're doing shit, and then they're buying shit, and then they complain they got nothing left. And all of that comes from this shit which you're presenting here, medical doctor. Pretending like it's not first and foremost the responsibility of the individual. Fuck's sake. I thought you're all about individualism in the fucking US. You know, where I'm come from, it's like fucking about collectivism. I thought you guys got the opposite. And here we are. I can explain to you that your life and success in your life and how you feel in your life is first and foremost your responsibility. What the fuck? It's really something wrong in the universe where I'm, as a fucking born in Soviet Union person, gonna talk to you about personal responsibility about your life. What the fuck, bro? Ugh.
8 hours for everything else, for family, for your health.
Yeah, that's life. That's how it's always been. What the fuck? Yeah, I want to be rich and do fuck all day and enjoy my time. Everybody fucking wants that. Guess what? It's not how it works. It's not the way the cookie crumbles, for fuck's sake. Oh no, I have to work. Oh, holy shit, yeah.
Shopping, for your relationships, for groceries, for actually living your life. 6 to 8 hours
we all
to
know
be a parent.
that, yeah, right? We all know that. 24-hour day and 8 hours for sleep. You only got 16 left. And then you work 8 hours or maybe even 10 sometimes. You got nothing left for your personal life. Oh no. That's how it is. And it always was. Don't fucking pretend like it was ever different. And if you want the alternative of living outside on the streets, being a bum, living in a tent, great. That's the alternative. Another one is to get lucky. Try that. Nobody's holding you back from trying. But the reality for most people is that you put in work. Oh, fuck, bro. I should start drinking fucking alcoholic beer, not this shit.
A spouse, a friend, a human being with interests and joy and something to look forward to. And even our kids aren't spared. They spend 8 hours in school and come home to another 1 to 2 hours of homework. We have essentially created a society.
Yeah. That's how society works. Yes. What are you saying? Are you talking to people who never worked, who don't know how the world works, how things are built, how societies are structured? What the fuck are we talking about? Hard work, exhausting work was always part of fucking human existence. Besides few chosen people who are lucky to be born in like the right type of fucking, I don't know, caste system or some stupid shit. Fucking son of the president or whatever probably doesn't have to work a lot. But like the normie, the average guy, you and me, right? I mean, you're not so average, you're a medical doctor, but you sure do work a lot, that's for sure, right? But we are there, we are the working class, we work. I guess what? Under communism, you were working too a lot. Or at least pretending to work in certain places. Still, it wasn't your free time. And again, if you choose to not work and have more free time, yeah, okay, then you're gonna get less. That's just how it works.
Where from childhood, we are trained to believe that productivity is the point, the reason for life.
I hope you're gonna suggest us some actual reasons for life, right? Because working, being productive, and all of that, that's not the reason, right? Give us the reasons. Come on, man.
That rest is weakness. That if you want time for yourself or your family, that you're somehow lazy. That is.
No, you can want it. You can spend time with your family, right? But if you stop working, your fucking average 40 hours a week or 45 or whatever, there's a line where your family might not be that grateful to you. That now you have fucking less income and you can't sustain your fucking family. So you make an adult decisions then. Or you can cry about it and fucking, I don't know.
Is a broken system, and it is making everyone sick. I want to be clear about something.
Okay.
I believe in hard work. I work full-time in the ER. I have 4 kids. I run a business.
Great.
I'm not sitting here telling you to do less.
What
I'm telling you is that we have completely lost the plot on what all that work is supposed to be for, especially in the US and Western countries.
Especially in the US and Western countries, right? Those work-related issues are especially felt in the US and Western countries. I'm in a Western country. Guess what? I'm glad that I'm here. And I'm more happy that I'm here than in like some communist Germany or whatever. We got less free days off here. You know? It's more capitalistic here in Switzerland. So what? Yeah, we work more. You know? Than like those dudes in Germany or whatever. We get better money here for the same shit. Yeah, it's more expensive. Again, I'm not gonna dive too much into the whole thing, but like, there is choice, right? There's choices to be made. But in this type of societies, it's like, yeah, it's like Make your choice. You want something, you want at least a chance of getting the thing or getting to a certain level, then you work for it. Sure, there's plenty of people I see who like work, not full time or whatever, and then they got half time and they don't have fuck all, they don't have a car, they don't have nothing, but they enjoy their free time. Hang around and do whatever. Great. Congratulations. I don't know. It's a choice. You can do it. I think it's stupid. For myself, I think it's dumb. Right? But the thing is, if you work half time and then complain that you don't have enough, then I'd say, like, fuck right off. Fucking work more. What are we talking about? Again, they were never like you're gonna compare to like what again the boomer time, like the America in the 60s was better. We can't travel back to the past, right? America in the 60s. What was America in the 30s? In the 20s? Was it great? Huh? Were people amazed about their work-life balance? There's certainly fucking bunch of people were having no work at all. I'm not sure they're so happy about it. Again, and just America, Western countries, brush that away and look at the other places nowadays and what they have to do to fucking just barely scrape by. So how are you gonna sit here and like pretend like, oh no, you got it so bad in the US? Oh no.
You work to live. We don't live to work. And somewhere along
we work to live, we don't live to work. So is work the primary reason to exist for you still? We work to live, which means we work to survive, right? To scrape by, right? But for you, it would be actually reasonable to say that the right path would be live to work. I'm not critiquing it, but like it's okay. It's yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. I don't know. Like if you if you give me 10 is not enough, but let's say $100 million, I'd say yeah, I'm not gonna work. I'm still gonna live and then fucking enjoy myself. I'm not gonna work because I don't live to work, and I don't think that's a good idea. That's stupid. I have better things to do. For example, nothing. But since I'm existing out here in reality, yeah, I have to work to live. There's actually reason behind it, because if I'm not gonna do that, I'm not gonna have anything in my life. Okay, bro, sure.
Along the way, those two things got completely flipped. The result is a population that is chronically exhausted, chronically stressed, chronically unhealthy, and completely convinced that this is just what life is supposed to look like, that this is normal, that everyone feels this way, so it must just be fine. But it's not fine. And the worst part is that the system doesn't want you to slow down.
The system, yes, it's capitalism. It wants to get the most out of you. And you'll have to compete with a bunch of other hungry people fighting for the same spot. And guess what? The more people you get, the fucking more complicated it's gonna get. What are we complaining about? That the sun goes up in the morning? And how that's unfair? Or that the water is wet?
Because your exhaustion is profitable. Tired people buy convenience food. Tired people need more coffee, more energy drinks, more medications to sleep, more medications to focus. Tired people don't have the energy to question whether any of this is actually working. They just keep going because they don't see any other option. They're just trying to put one foot in front of the...
Give us an option. Because all I see by now at this point, him being a medical doctor doesn't differentiate him much at all from all the other dudes I reviewed. It's just endless complaining how bad we got it here in the West. And no suggestion for anything. I mean, I'm still betting that like the rest of the video is just gonna be more complaining. Right? Everyone pretends like it's okay the way how it's going. But I see the truth. No, it's not okay. And then what are you suggesting? You already told us you're not saying that I'm that like nobody has to work now. I mean, I work full time and blah blah blah. Okay. So you're not suggesting to adjust the work schedules or whatever. What is your suggestion? Right? What is it going to be? To just complain together, hold hands?
The other. But there is another option.
Okay, come on.
Let's look at some numbers, because this isn't just a feeling. The data itself is pretty damning. Mm-hmm. Almost half of American workers, 45%, reported feeling burned out right now. Not occasionally stressed, burned out.
Burned out. People self-report how they feel about their situation. Half of your workers, let's say it's half, report being burned out. Again, should we compare to the times before? What was with the people like back in the day? You know, where they basically were doing slave work, right? Where there were no fucking rights protections for anyone and whatnot. Were all the people also feeling burned out? Were they saying that if you would ask them about it? I'm asking questions. I'm not saying that, yeah, sure, maybe 99% in the 20s in the US would report being burned out. Maybe, sure. Maybe not, right? That nowadays, where again, it's not frowned upon anymore to complain. It's actually welcome. I'm not saying you're not allowed to complain or that everything's perfect. No, it's not about that. I'm just saying that I'm not surprised that if today you ask people around, all they're gonna do is just say, oh yeah, I'm so burned out and everything's shit. And you're probably gonna go to school and, ask them, how do you feel? And they're all half of them gonna say, oh, I'm depressed. Because everybody is depressed. Because that's the new norm. That's the new social norm. Is to complain and being depressed. And you're telling us about those YouTubers or whoever who are telling you to get up at 4 a.m. and do this and that. That's not mainstream. Come on. Don't bullshit yourself. The mainstream is not about those motivational guys. The mainstream nowadays is to complain. Nobody's fucking getting up at 4. But everybody's quick to complain. It's much easier to upkeep your agenda of just sitting and dwelling in your own misery and just, oh yeah, I'm so poor, I'm such a poor guy, I have to work to have roof over my head and to have food on my table. Oh. As if there is an alternative to that. As if there ever was any alternative to that.
To a Gallup, nearly half of American and Canadian workers say they experience work-related stress every single day.
You experience work-related stress. Of course, it's work. Bro, what the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, I work office now. Yeah, I experience work-related stress. There's a lot of responsibility, things to do, people to communicate with. Yes. I worked security before for 2.5 years. Yeah, that's a lot of stress. You tackle people to the ground, you run after them, they scream at you, they call you names in your face, you de-escalate, all those things. It's work-related stress. You work in shifts there. It's work-related stress. I've worked carrying shit during my university times. Moving companies where you work 12 and over hours a day because you're not done until it's done. Yeah, you're carrying heavy shit all fucking day. It's work-related stress. Ooh. Yeah, that's work. Bro, what the fuck? What's your expectation of work? You're a medical doctor. You should know better. Your work is stressful. You probably work by far more than the fucking average guy as a doctor, right? As the like medical doctor, ER and whatnot. And it's surely a lot of stress working with fucking injured and dying people and whatnot. What the fuck are we talking about? It's work. If you have any level of responsibility at your work, it's going to be stress related. So learn how to deal with stress. For fuck's sake.
And this has been climbing for over a decade. And here's what that stress actually costing us in terms of health. The US has a life expectancy of 79 years. The average across comparable wealthy nations, 82.7 years. We are dying almost 4 years earlier than people in countries with similar economies. 4 years, and it's not because we aren't spending money on healthcare. We spend it.
Is he genuinely... he was telling us about the countries in the West. Now, all of a sudden, it's not about the countries in the West. Now he's comparing the US specifically as if it's worse to some other compatible countries. What would those be? What the fuck? And by the way, the 79, the 82 and all that, life expectancy, would you, I don't know, would you want to maybe take a look on the average in the world, other countries? Or maybe even what it was back in the day in the US during those great times? Was the life expectancy in the good old days of the boomers, was it, what, much higher? Was it, 90 years old? Because now, I mean, obviously now everything is shit. Everything went to shit, right? So then for sure it was better back in the day. It's funny because, like, as a fucking Russian dude, I remember, and that's how it got into my head, the life expectancy for a man. Growing up, I was like, oh, it's like fucking 61 or something. It was stuck in my head. I was like, oh, okay. And he's gonna tell us what? The Americans are more overworked. And that's why the comparable countries, whatever those might be, they got 82 and the US got 79. As if this is the only fucking factor, is how stressed you are at work. Like, there is no other health factors, right, medical doctor? Right? I mean, we already figured out together in the beginning where you told us that the sleep quality and, how long you sleep doesn't fucking matter. What you eat doesn't fucking matter. That's funny, medical doctor. Especially coming from the US, where your food is fucking garbage and pure shit. Pure fucking diarrhea. That's the type of food quality you have there. Everything is just fucking corn syrup, which is not good for you. And you told us in the beginning, nah, fuck that shit. People talking about that, nah. There's other reasons, the true ones. The work stress. You poor guy just overworked. Why are you doing this, bro? You're playing into some certain hyped agenda nowadays. Again, it's one of those guys who noticed, that's what the audience gobbles up. Everyone complains nowadays, so I'm gonna lean into it. And it's nothing you can do about it as an individual. It's the society, it's the world, it's everything. You're helpless. That's the message. You're helpless. Disgusting.
Nearly $15,000 per person per year on healthcare. The next highest country spends around $10,000. We are spending 50% more than anyone else and getting worse outcomes.
Yeah, that's your health system and the pricing and all that. It's not overworked or whatever, so I'm not sure which point you are fucking making at this point.
Think about that for a second. We are the richest, highest spending healthcare country in the world, and we die earlier than most of our peers. Meanwhile,
yeah, that's your health system. And that's lifestyle. You're fucking obese over there. Don't you get it? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? If your country got a rampant fucking obesity problem, you're gonna sit here and tell me, people are dying younger because of they work more. Oh, yeah. Well, what are you? You didn't name the countries, but presumably you're comparing to like European countries. Guess what? They're not fat fucks here. Sure, you go to Germany, you start asking yourself like, ooh, you see the difference, you know. Here in Switzerland, for example, there are no fucking fat fucks around here. There's some, sure, but you know, the fat fuck, it's a relative term, right? If you look at an average American, you know. And you're gonna tell me that's a smaller factor, Mr. Medical Doctor? That your nation is just fucking obese? That has, of course, weniger to do with health and dying younger than fucking being overworked. You poor souls with your fucking 100 hours work weeks, right? Again, go ask fucking Chinese what working a lot is. Fucking blah. No respect for this shit.
look at what other countries are doing differently.
The other
Denmark,
countries.
one of the consistently happiest countries in the world, has a standard work week of only 37 hours.
Great. I work 42 and a half, for example. It's okay. You can work 45, you can work 40. I'm not sure what, for like office, it would be allowed up to like 50 here, I think, as I can remember. So what? Are the Swiss just dying at 40 because they work a lot?
Only 1% of Danish workers regularly work very long hours compared to an average of 10% across OECD countries. They get 5 weeks of paid vacation by law, and their life satisfaction scores are among the highest on the planet. The Netherlands has the shortest average working hours in the world. Less than 0.5% of Dutch workers regularly put in very long hours, and when asked to rate their life satisfaction on a scale of 1 to 10, Dutch people average a 7.4, while OECD average is 6.5. Americans, despite having the highest average household income of any country measured, recorded the lowest happiness score among the top 10.
Any country measured. So just for this segment, I wanted to look up a couple of statistics or something to just quickly check on his points.
Americans, despite having the highest average household income of any country measured,
Well, first of all, that's just complete nonsense and untrue. The highest household income on average in America, of any country measured, that's just bullshit. Let's take a quick look. Average wage. United States, 4th place. Switzerland, where I'm from, is higher, for example. Okay, then there's Iceland, Luxembourg. Okay, let's take monthly. Okay, Switzerland is number 1 with $9,000 per month. America again, yet again, 4th place. So why are you lying? You don't have most money on average there. By the way, I'd be happy to have $9,000 per month, bro. I'm fucking way below average. That's life. Life expectancy. The other points, right? Okay, let's take a look. Oh, Hong Kong, 85 years old. 1st place. Switzerland, 6th. Okay, let's take a look at how people work. Working hours annually. Okay. Oh, well, we're gonna ignore all those third world countries, right? They work fucking insane hours, okay? Again, China, 2.3 thousand hours. Hong Kong, right? The highest life expectancy in the world, 2.2 thousand hours. Russia too, whatever, who cares? United States, 1700. Yes, Denmark is somewhere there in the lowest, right, with 1300 hours. And yeah, the Danes, they live long, sure, of course. Switzerland is somewhere with like 1500 something, right? Yeah, 1500. Okay, United States 1700, Hong Kong 2.2 thousand, 2200, right? Guess what? Hong Kong is 1st place, although they work a lot more than Danes than Americans. What's going on there? Maybe that's not the only factor there is. What do you think, medical doctor? Maybe it's not only about the work, and maybe it's not only about the money, right? What are we talking about? Here's Hong Kong. 2nd is Japan. You think Japan, they have what, better work-life balance in Japan, bro? They're 2nd place. Maybe it's because on average, if you look at people in Hong Kong and Japan and South Korea, which is 3rd place, all the Asian countries, maybe you can look at what they eat and how they look. Maybe there's not too many fat fucks out there. What do you think, medical doctor? You should know, right? Maybe if your patients have circular shapes to them, maybe that has something to do with the like average, life expectancy, more than the fucking work week. What are we talking about? Why are you lying?
Reported the lowest happiness score among the top 10 wealthiest nations. Let me say that again. Highest income, lowest happiness.
Not true.
And our kids aren't doing any better. In countries like Finland, which consistently tops global education rankings, students spend fewer hours in school and have significantly less homework than American kids. Yet they outperform American students academically, because it turns out that rest and play and actual recovery are not the enemy of performance.
Now he's just mixing in like arguments for like education system. Your education system is shit. It's not because of somebody's resting or not resting. It's just bad. There's just better systems out there in the world. That's all. Your fucking kids can't even read. You don't know any fucking languages. You don't like. Why are you bringing up these points? You mean your fucking school sucks because what? Because kids are overworked too, right? It ain't shit what you got there. You're chilling at school, bro. Go to fucking South Korea. Look like how insane fucking education for kids can be, and they're still fucking 3rd place in terms of longevity, bro. I hope in your medical work you're not giving stupid advice in terms of health, right? Somebody has fucking comes in 200 fucking kilos overweight, and pounds, whatever, make up a number. I don't care. And you tell them, oh, you gotta work less, bro, or you're gonna die. I hope that's not your usual advice. And you're just playing for the audience some nonsense.
They're required for it. We have built a society that treats exhaustion as a badge of honor, and the results are right there in the data. We are working ourselves into an early grave and calling it ambition.
Now you're just a fucking soy boy, a softie, and you're spreading this nonsense. I don't have anything against, soft boys and twinks and femboys, but come on, bro. Come on. It's just pathetic. Stop whining. I hope my doctor's never gonna be this fucking depressing. Like, fucking just. Again, should we work? Like, I don't know. I advise anyone to go look those lists up and actually see the world for what it is. You might learn about how it works, right? And maybe actually compare your situation to the rest of the world, right? And maybe consider the fact, which is his. Even let's go with his imaginary fucking thing of the average household in the US is the highest in the world. Maybe consider that as well for a second, right? That you can make money in the US actually. Wow, holy shit. You are first world country, right? You're not working more than everyone else in the world. You're just not. You don't have the worst conditions. You don't. So maybe that's the point where you make the best out of it instead of listening to this stupid shit and just circle jerk of complaining again. I don't know. Like, I'm at loss for words because, like, what the fuck am I gonna add to this nonsense? Again, he's the same type of fucking guy as all the other guys. All those other fucking sad-looking motherfucker who's just whining in the camera about how they're so poor. Oh. I don't know. I think your fucking US, the whole Wild West, all the fucking things you were doing, building this country, I think all your fucking grandfathers and all those guys, when they would look at you and look at him, they'd be just like, what the fuck, bro? Ugh. Shut the fuck up and go do something. Yeah, those were probably harder, man. I'm not even coming from the point of like some machismo thing of like, oh, everybody has to be hard or blah blah. But like, come on, bro. It's just too much at this point. There gotta be some line where it's like over it, it's just too much. Just fucking live your life, go to work, get your money, set your little goals, and just live it through and die like everyone else. Like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck are you complaining about? In the US, again, it's fourth place, but in his worldview, it's like the richest country, like per capita, fucking, you fucking enjoy it, bro. You're like the chosen one. From all the billions of people, you're within those 300 millions of people living in the strongest, richest country in the world. For fuck's sake, you can't be happy there? Bro, again, go switch up places with some poor fucking Chinese factory worker or whoever else, some fucking coal miner from, I don't know, some Stan country or whatever. Go do that then. Find your happiness, for fuck's sake.
Calling it productivity. And look, I'm not here to tell you to work less or want less or lower your standards. That's not the point. The point is that you cannot perform at the level you want to perform at as a professional, as a parent, as a partner, if your body and your mind are running on empty. You cannot give what you do not have. And the foundation of all of this is your health. not your productivity system, not your morning routine, not your supplement stack, your actual physical health. Because when that goes, everything goes with it. That is exactly why I created the Primal 60 Challenge. It's 60 days of getting back to the basics, what actually works: real food, consistent movement, better sleep, real recovery.
Oh, bro, now I'm just gonna stop the video. You know what? Just fuck that shit. What is this sudden switch now? Huh? In the fucking beginning of the video, you were saying that those are not the factors. Those are not the important factors. Not the sleep, not the food, none of that shit. There's a systemic issue. That was your agenda for the video from the get-go. Don't listen to the people who tell you about sleeping right, eating right, and whatnot. You're overworked because Denmark works less and they live longer. See? That was your point. And now you're gonna fucking make this switch here and sell me your fucking courses or whatever about how you gotta sleep right and eat right, and then you're gonna improve your life. You can't do that. You can't just switch it up like that. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just, bro, you're not even sticking to your own fucking agenda. Yeah, don't listen to this guy. I don't care about his fucking medical doctor degree or whatever. You're gonna find another medical doctor who's gonna tell you that veganism is good for your health. Whatever. Listen to a person you see, right? Not to the wannabe his role or function within society or his title or whatever nonsense. Listen to the person, right? And check on it. Check on the things being said, his stupid statistics pulled out of his ass, all of these things. Just check on it and use your brain, please. Right? That's all I'm suggesting to do, because I don't know. I'm disappointed. I thought I'm gonna get like a higher level from a medical doctor, because it's supposedly not just the other talking head like me, right? But a man with a degree, right? He has to have some responsibility, All his audience are kinda indirectly his potential patients, so to speak, right? He's giving advice on health from a point of view of medical doctor. So, I would expect better quality of advice. Yeah, so much for that one. And again, don't listen to me, don't listen to anyone. Who cares? And if you want to listen to anyone, or especially a doctor or whatever, just find a better one, who's maybe gonna describe the world and possible issues you might have in this new world we got going on now or whatever. But then actually gonna stick to the real points, right? And not gonna tell you that you live like less in the US on average because you work so much, and not because you're just fucking fat and eating McDonald's and drinking soda fucking gallon wise every day. Yeah, I don't know. See you.